Sitting in our homes, offices, prayer gatherings, or many other places enjoying our lives, we hardly think of how human anatomy is made. Let me take you through a simple medical course on the human heart. The heart has what are called chambers, and in a normal situation, they are 4 in number. It has to be of a normal size and on the left-hand side. Now let us explore an amazing story of a 21-year-old girl who was at the brink of death. Her heart had a hole, 3 chambers instead of 4, bigger than the normal size, and was on the right-hand side instead of the left. The 21-year-old girl's mother and relatives did all they could to solve the situation, but their efforts were far from answers. The girl had to go for nothing but a heart surgery. Malawi Broadcasting Corporation television service, then Malawi Television, launched Reach Out and Touch, a program meant to cultivate the spirit of giving, where those in need are linked to those with something. In one of the programs, the story of this 21-year-old girl was featured. Upon watching the program, it pleased His Excellency the President, Ngwazi Professor Bingwa Mtarika, to refer the girl to a hospital in South Africa for an operation. This is Walter Sisulu Pediatric Cardiac Center for Africa, located at the Netcare Sunninghill Hospital in Johannesburg, South Africa. It is equipped to perform modern state-of-the-art pediatric cardiac surgery. This is where the 21-year-old girl has to undergo cardiac surgery. Professor Robbins Kingsley, who is lead surgeon at the center, wondered how a human being could be alive in such a situation.
Well, Ziani had a very complex anomaly. Normally we would have operated on her much younger, perhaps in the first few years of life. But she had an enormous hole in the heart, and also the arteries which emanated from the heart, which arise from the heart, were switched around and came off the wrong chambers. So as a result of that, she was blue. The pressure in the arteries to her lungs was extremely high because of this hole in the heart, and also because the surgery had been delayed until she was 21 years of age. If we had known, and if it was possible, we would have preferred to have operated on her within the first year or two of life, in which we could have corrected it completely. As it happens, she's fortunate that she managed to survive to now.
He described the girl to be blue in medical terms, meaning her heart was dwindling and she had a few months, if not weeks, to live. With a team of about 6 medical officers, they operated on the girl for 6 hours. Throughout their work, the condition of the girl's heart amazed the doctors and wondered how she made it up to the age of 21. It was Professor Kingsley's dream to set up the WSPCCA to offer much-needed cardiac surgery to the indigent of the continent in the area of pediatric cardiac surgery, and also to train pediatric cardiac surgeons for the continent.
If your baby or your child has a heart condition, it can be corrected. You don't have to give up on that child. And when I say corrected, I mean corrected to live a normal life, have their own children, get married, have their own children, and to live a normal life of 70 years.
Going through the account of Professor Kingsley, over 400 operations have been conducted at the Walter Sisulu Pediatric Center for Africa. going through a successful surgery in July, the girl arrived back home on 1st September 2010 with her aunt after spending 2 months looking in good health. Professor Kingsley has dedicated his life to serving African people, including the 21-year-old girl, Zione Wiseman, who hails from Vungwe, Cholo, Malawi.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, and the First Lady, the hands that performed that surgery are here tonight. It is therefore my singular honor and privilege, Mr. President, to present to you Dr. Professor Robin Kingsley, a man we honor tonight for selfless service through the Walter Sisulu Memorial Pediatric Cardiac Center. Dr. Kingsley. Thank you. Mr. President, they say never give a microphone to a broadcaster. I want to ask Dr. Kingsley just a very short question. When this complicated case was presented to you, what went through your mind? And at what point did you make the decision that you will proceed with this miracle surgery?
Well, the first thing that went through our minds that we were absolutely amazed that Zione was still alive. You know, in Africa, we see cardiac conditions which they don't see anywhere else in the world. Elsewhere in the world, these children are operated on in the first few years of life. But somehow Zione managed to survive. And we still thought that she was what we call operable. And indeed, we were able to correct her cardiac defect despite her age. And we fully anticipate she'll now live a normal life.
Your Excellency, the First Lady, ladies and gentlemen, this particular awardee, Dr. Kingsley, walks away with 150,000 kwacha from Press Trust, a trophy from Press Trust, plus a bicycle from Muli Brothers.
You're waiting for your name to be called. What did you say? Your body's shaking with disbelief.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Kingsley walks away with 150,000 from Press Trust, a trophy from Press Trust, as well as a bicycle from Muli Brothers.
Born from a master of